Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we completed Priority Surkesh. Eve is now safely aboard the Normandy, and I am looking forward to having a chat with her. Now, before we get started, I would first like to apologise for how late this episode is. If you haven't seen my community tab, I took a vacation. I went down to London. I saw the stage adaptation of Spirited Away. It was amazing. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so damn good. But let's not focus too much on that. I went down on the Tuesday, saw Spirited Away on the Wednesday, and then I came back on the train on Thursday. And then on the Friday, I was as sick as a dog. I don't know what I caught. I think there must have been someone else on the train who had something, but I was mega fucked up. I was so fucked up. I spent the entire day in bed. It was a mess. It was not pleasant, and I had only recorded in advance to Thursday, so no. There was no chance of recording anything on Friday. There was no chance. You would not have wanted to hear, like, okay, Eve, what? Eve, what? Like, no, you would not have wanted to hear that. That would have been horrific. So yes, my apologies that this episode is coming out so late. There will, of course, be an extra episode this week to make up for it. Where is Mordin, I wonder?
You think the Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better?
They were solid. Cerberus has Reaper tech. Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks.
Yeah, when you're dealing with Reaper tech, it is a little bit like a hot knife going through butter. It's not
Commander,
good.
We've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
Oh, Traynor, thank you. Thank you for pointing my gun towards more Cerberus people. I appreciate it so damn much.
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, Traynor?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Traynor has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Oh, Traynor, you have impressed Naomi. In the short time that you've been here, you have enabled us to kill more Cerberus agents than we could ever have imagined. Like, you're doing okay, lass. You're doing okay.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox. Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on.
Okay, thank you. And anything else?
Commander?
Okay, Traynor. Good stuff. Now then, any emails? Oh, info for you. Hi, Shepard. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin, and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. Farron. Holding the line from Major Kirahi. Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Surkesh, even if the circumstances were less than ideal. It seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I wanted to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favour. Best of luck, Major Kirrahe, 3rd Infiltration Regiment, Special Tasks Group. Oh, hell yeah, Kirrahe. We're gonna hold the line. We're gonna hold it together. ANN alert, new article on indoctrination. From Alliance News Network Information Partners. Thessia, oh my god! What the... Holy shit, I remember Rana Thanoptis. We met her in the first game at Saren's lab on, I think it was at Vermeer, which is where we met Commander Kirrahe. But she was investigating indoctrination. I remember her talking about like, oh, I'm oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Brain, don't do this to me. I'm thinking of examining, but it's not examining. Investigating, that's probably it. And, she was investigating the previous head scientist that she had replaced because he had become indoctrinated, because he had spent so much time around Reaper Tech, and she was like, I don't want that for me. We met her again in the second game, where she was working for Okia. That was Grunt's dad, I guess you could call him that. I wondered if she'd reappear in this game. Oh my god. Well, shit. Thessia. Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari, and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Thanoptis worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. Thanoptis was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. Holy shit. Oh my god. That is... I don't think I have any words. I don't think I have any words for that. I wondered if she'd make a reappearance. I didn't think it'd be like this. Oh my... That is some slow burn indoctrination. That is some slow burn. She was just out and about for like, what was it, 3 years? Since Mass Effect 1? I just... Oh my god. I'm having a moment.
The Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and... No, that's about it. So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
I mean, why not? Why not invite those guys? We all need to work together.
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Mordin back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists.
Joker, you are dissing my adopted son there. You are dissing my adopted son. How dare I am offended. Edie.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high. but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Dear God. And this is why Naomi is just a soldier. She's not built for this logistical bullshit. She's, hey, put me down on the battlefield, give me a gun, I'll do the thing. Please don't make me a diplomat. Please don't make me, responsible for all the logistics. This is... Oh, God.
Mordin sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right there.
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet. The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Oh, that.
Hello, Shepard.
That is such a sore spot for Naomi. I am aware the language I use when I describe how Naomi feels about what Cerberus did to her. In this game, it seems like, and we are on the kick. Excuse me. Let's go down to the crew deck. I'm gonna just pause so that I can talk about my thoughts. I've said it before. We're not really getting any options to say like I didn't have a choice. Instead, we're being like, oh, I knew, but like I felt like I had to. So what does that mean for Naomi? And I think that on some level she feels ashamed of the fact that she didn't fight back more, that she didn't fight back harder. She only kind of rejected everything right at the end. She didn't reject earlier on. And I think she feels a great deal of shame about that. She feels a lot of disgust and self-hatred. And I've said this before, I think she is deeply concerned about someone saying like, well, you're a soldier. You're a soldier. What do you mean you were their slave? You could have fought back. You're physically strong. Why didn't you fight back? Well, I didn't think I had a choice. Oh, well, but again, you're a soldier. You're a soldier. What do you mean you didn't think you had any choice? That type of language, I am aware, it's very similar to the type of language you might use after a sexual assault. And I think on some level, they rebuilt her body. They rebuilt every inch of her body, and I am looking at one specific area, and I think she would feel so much disgust that Cerberus had their hands metaphorically all up in her. And just as a little aside, in case anyone's like, Callista, you can't say that, you can't make that comparison. I'm a childhood sexual abuse survivor. I think I can, my dear. I think I can. It's like I said, she feels so much disgust. Oh.
Anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Go, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine. From
one trauma to the next. This is why I check. This is why I always check the empty rooms, Chuckwas.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes, Mordin would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Okay, but you were talking about trauma. Why, I would like to comfort her.
Commander.
Okay, I guess we can't.
Hello, Commander.
Damn, I just... Maybe Naomi will do it later. Maybe off screen, you know, when Charquas is alone. Maybe Naomi will go and have a chat with her then. Just got everyone on this ship is traumatized in some way or another. Everyone here is just traumatized AF. And can you blame them after all they've been through? Now then, Liara.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
Now then, hello, Glyph. Ooh, okay. Weapon upgrade kit. This field kit can be used for a one-time upgrade to a variety of weapons to increase ammo capacity or the potential damage dealt. Schematics have been scanned into the Normandy's onboard computers. Okay, so ammo capacity plus 5% or weapon damage plus 5%. I'm inclined to go with ammo capacity. I like just being able to shoot. I don't like having to think about reloading. I just want to shoot indefinitely. We're making our gun tankier. I've always said that about Naomi. She's tanky. She's extremely tanky. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Advanced biotic implants. This advanced amp is a sophisticated biofeedback system that interfaces with a set of Armor's microcomputers. The amp can be set to help streamline the use of biotic skills and combat powers, or increase their damage instead. Ooh. Power damage bonus plus 5%, or power recharge speed plus 5%. What biotics do we have? We have Liara. I think Javik also has biotics. We saw him using them in the cutscenes. Is James a biotic? I don't know. The other people we have Edie and we have Garrus. And neither of them are biotics. I don't know about James, but I think for Liara and Javik, Javik would definitely be the power damage bonus. Javik would definitely be that. Liara I could see going either way. She did threaten to flay someone with her mind. Yeah, let's go power damage. Lovely. Okay, you're right, Glyph.
It's good to see you.
Anything else?
It's good to see you.
Okay, Liara has no comments. Ooh, email from Professor Takesha to Dr. Odul. I was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Oh, she's already in. She's already in your systems. You are not getting her out. She is determined to stay in there.
Please, enjoy your day.
You too, Glyph. And Garrus, buddy, do you have any thoughts?
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
That it does. That it does. And I'm just, if you want to ask Eve on a date, I'll be your wingwoman. I will happily be your wingwoman, Garrus.
I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh?
Now? We were always at war with Cerberus. Always.
I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka. Good to see Mordin still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. Later.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna...
Later.
There we go. Okay. Okay. Garrus had a lot to say. I'm surprised that Liara didn't. I mean, she had a little chat with Rex. She had a chat with Rex. That's something. And now then... If Charquas said Mordin and Eve were in the med bay, I'm gonna trust her. Come on.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
Oh, I like that Mordin is also like, hey, I can set you up with Garrus. Everyone's trying to hook these two up. I guess maybe they see like, oh, they've got similar energies. They'd vibe really well. Oh. Here's the thing. I've got to be honest. I think that the person Naomi is thinking of in this situation is Eve. Her feelings on Mordin are irrelevant. Rex's feelings are irrelevant. Eve is saying, A, I trust him. Rex, please back off. Rex, I know you mean well, but like, seriously, you can calm down. I'm fine. Please stop. Like, seriously. Like, she's the patient here. She is the one whose opinions matter the most. If she were saying, oh, I don't like him, Naomi would side with Eve, saying, A, suspicion is healthy. Like, everyone, like, let's focus on what Eve wants. But if Eve is saying, like, A, I'm cool with him, then Naomi's going to say, yeah, he's cool. Rex, like, back off, dude.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
Oh.
Maybe with an inhibitor. No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think, simulate conversation to promote new ideas, maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive will avoid sensitive subjects.
He is a really good doctor. He can also apparently teleport. I didn't know he had this ability. He must have gained that in between Mass Effect 2 and 3. But, like, if he can teleport, like, trust the man. Trust the man. He'll see you right.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Okay. Yeah, I want to go through everything. I want all the deets.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
Okay, I'm not a particularly sciencey person. A lot of that went over my head, but I think I understand what he's saying. So her glands, her innards, mutated so that the things that the genophage was targeting became obsolete. I think that's what he said. I think.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production, long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tachanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, that it's effectively that the ends justified the means. I get that. I disagree. I personally am of the opinion that sometimes, that is not always the case. The ends don't always justify the means. I've legitimately heard someone use that argument to validate the Nazis. I've legitimately heard someone say, oh, well, we use treatments that the Nazis created when they were experimenting on all of those poor, unfortunate souls in the camps, in their labs. And because we use them, like, that makes what they did okay. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit. That is pure, unadulterated bullshit. Just because there was a purpose, just because we still use those treatments doesn't suddenly make it okay. We shouldn't be, say, oh, thank you, Dr. I don't know any Nazi scientists. Shit. Himmler? No, Himmler was someone else. Feck. I'm not big on World War II, but, like, we shouldn't be praising those bastards because, like, oh, we got viable treatments out of it. Like, no, it was barbaric. It was barbaric. And just because we got treatments out of that doesn't, oh, well, there was a purpose, and that doesn't make it any better, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me. I just think the idea of, like, the ends always justify the means, no matter what, I'm like, no, that's bullshit. That's some bullshit.
So the end justifies the means.
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
I get that. I'm not saying that the data should be ignored. I'm not saying that treatments that are based off... Jesus, what the that's a spider. Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's like a little money spider and it's right near my head. I can get rid of that in between episodes. I'm sorry. What was I saying? I'm not saying the data should be ignored. I'm not saying that we shouldn't use treatments that have a basis in horrific experiments from World War II. I'm not saying that. But the idea of, like, oh, well, there was purpose. There was purpose. Good came out of it. Like, yeah, that doesn't justify barbarism. That doesn't justify it doesn't justify putting people in fucking ovens. Jesus, will this spider please fuck off? Piss off. I'm sorry. It's like I said, it's dangling right by my head. It's very distracting. Tell me about Malin.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy, lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible, unless he could help.
How's she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated, likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket, something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
Yeah, it does seem like they've struck up a friendship.
You care about her.
My patient, my responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
Oh, that hurts my heart. That hurts my heart.
You always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression, cooperative symbiosis.
That's it.
Nothing else. No personal stake here.
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I am just about out of time. In between episodes, I'm going to remove this spider from around my head. I don't like that. And we will have a chat to Eve. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.